Ms. Stuti Ashok Gupta, a passionate entrepreneur, mental health professional, and activist. She is the force behind Amrutam, an Ayurvedic wellness and lifestyle brand dedicated to promoting holistic living. And she has also co founded the Lost Tribe Hostels, a chain of backpacker hostels in Manali and Goa. As the national head at Gramiksha, she actively contributes to children's education. An advocate for wellness and community building, Ms. Stuti has showcased her vision on Shark Tank India Season 2, a published poet, Sublimation 2015. She excels in e commerce, branding, social media marketing, public speaking, and writing, inspiring many through her multifaceted journey. With immense pleasure, I take this honor to invite Ms. Stuti Ashok Gupta on the stage to address the gathering.
Yeah, can you all hear me? Are we all awake? Uh, we should be because Sir gave such a powerful speech, even like I had goosebumps. I'm already in love with Bangalore, but it made me fall in love again. So thank you so much. Thank you like, from the bottom of my heart because I feel so proud to be here. And I'm actually way more honored because I'm here as a keynote speaker at Christ. When I was in my first year college, because I went to Christ, I couldn't have ever imagined coming here as a speaker because one of my very first presentations I actually froze and I could not speak a single word. I was so nervous in back then, 2011 and 2025. Like here I am addressing to almost 1,000 people here in the auditorium. So thank you so much for having me. One thing that I think I learned from Christ, two things in fact, excellence and service, ingrained deeply in this institution, and they still help me. And I carry on these two values with me in everything that I do. And I'll always be grateful that I came to Christ. And you all should be super proud too. Maybe you do not realize it today, but maybe later, once you've graduated, you'll feel amazing about the place you went to and you studied here. If I tell you a little bit about my journey, this is my second startup as they introduced Amrutam, right? It was actually my parents' vision to bring in Ayurvedic formulations to the world. And when in 2017, my brother and I started working on this, we were actually we were not a big company. We were hardly a small company. It was just two of us, sleepless nights, and constantly kept thinking, how to take this to the world. And like Sir was saying that, having that employer mindset from two people, we've gone to an organization of almost 100 people working with us now, from manufacturing to digital marketing. We've even employed people from Africa and Bangladesh, and making this organization a mix of remote as well as, office and factory companies, a mixture. And in I think internet age company, we also need that sort of flexibility, I guess. And one thing that I feel that, for going from one order in an entire single month back in August 2017 to now doing over 1,000 orders in a single day, what made this happen is just showing up. And that's all, like just showing up every single day, not just when it was easy, not just when it was convenient, but also when it was tough, when it was not, within your resources, but still kept showing up. And I guess with that, like I had when I was asked to come here, I thought, okay, what am I going to share that's relevant to you guys are going to college. Like I do not want to give too much gyan, which you feel like okay, everyone says the same thing. So I thought that maybe I'll tell you how AI and human works, especially in the startup ecosystem. There are four possibilities. Okay. One is when AI does the AI work, which is, big data crunching, correcting grammar and spelling mistakes and bringing out customer trends, right? Super efficient. When AI does human work, I feel you will always get generic stuff. Like, for example, if I were to tell you what the brand story we have built here at Amrutam, we couldn't have done that if we were solely dependent on ChatGPT, right? Like if we had gone to ChatGPT and said that, okay, help me build an Ayurvedic brand, it would have given me the most generic answers. What we figured out by doing what we did was human effort, which cannot be replaced by AI. AI has a wonderful, mechanism, like it has a place in the startup world. I, in fact, teach my employees, how to use chat gpt efficiently with their work, but not to, limit your own unique thinking. So that's really, really important. After that, you have human doing the human work, which is the best possibility, because your ethics, your vision, your creativity, your unique thinking, all of that cannot be replaced by an AI, no matter what, because AI is essentially processing the data that already exists, but human being has a capability of creating something that doesn't exist already in the world, based on your own unique experiences as a human being, as well as what you've learned, maybe what you've faced as, limitations in your life, and then you try to solve a problem for that, which I feel that, if a human ability is used for human work, it actually makes it very, very efficient. And lastly, it is a human being doing an AI work, which I think is a waste of time. For example, writing an email. If you can just throw in a couple of lines about your idea, what you want to tell the other person, and ask ChatGPT to draft an email for you, I think that's a good use of it, because we save up time on that. Yeah, so I feel like at Amrutam, we have been very well using AI for a lot of areas. For example, we give out a lot of digital marketing data to AI and ask which campaigns are performing better, why do you think they're performing better? And then using that data to then, build up our next set of campaigns. So depending on, for example, you as, you're studying HR, this is an HR summit, and what you're doing specially requires that human touch, which cannot be replaced so easily. But if you stop thinking uniquely, if you do not have your own unique thumbprint, then, you may find that your space and your requirement in the work industry is reducing, because you are all submitting the same assignments when you are applying to a job. And honestly, as an employer, when I give out assignments to people, and especially like, freshers, I get exactly same word to word assignment from multiple students, like multiple applicants. And I'm surprised that they didn't even bother to put in your own unique ideas, right? Like they just exactly copy pasting and thinking that, oh, they're being so smart. So I think you have to be a little smart about using ChatGPT also. You cannot just be completely blind, put your, copy paste the assignment and get the answers, and that's all. Having shared all of that, I think fundamentally, if you want to take away one thing from my speech today, is that, how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you are someone who is a unique thinker, you will bring that out even when you're using ChatGPT. But if you are someone who's following the same thing, even if you're doing the smallest task, not so detail oriented, that will reflect in everything else that you do. On that note, thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope that I see in the next decade some of you as growing entrepreneurs, and I get to meet you around, and you tell me that maybe some of what I shared today helped you. Thank you.